Revelation 13:9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. Verse 10. He that leadeth in captivity shall go in captivity, and he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash. And it's like to give them honors to our teachers, the apostles, the elders of great millstone, GMS, who taught us to say truth according to the Bible, who's been great examples to us in the faith. And double shalom to the icons across the full winds, pushing this word, and faith, truth, and sincerity, also giving diligence. Okay, he that leadeth in captivity shall go in captivity. All right, and who led the Lord's people? Who led so-called Negroes, so-called Latins, Hispanics in the beginning in captivity? Okay, so-called white men. And you Caucasian, so-called, the so-called Caucasian men, okay, women, child, you Edomites, okay, and as well as the other nations, the heathens, Moabites, the so-called Chinese, Japanese, you do the Africans, you Arabs, and the rest of you heathen nations that I didn't mention, you better enjoy this kingdom, because it's almost up, man. And the next stop for you is captivity, man. Captivity, slavery, shackles, chains, okay? That's what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua has prescribed for these nations, man. And I have the scriptures to back everything up, okay? Again, Revelation 13:9. If any man have an ear, let him hear it. That's talking spiritually. All right, to hear these prophecies. And prophecy means to tell you something before it comes to pass, man. It says he that leadeth in captivity shall go in captivity. All right, and this gonna happen soon, man. Okay, the same one who put us in captivity. Guess what? They're gonna go in captivity. All right. It says he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword, and that was the Esau blessing. Okay, the modern sword is a gun. Sword is a killing instrument. Any weapon that can put someone to death. All right, and did not Esau kill our people with the Gatling gun? And Jake still been slaughtered, man, by this devil. Okay, hands up, don't shoot. Jake getting shot for leaving out of the corner store. Okay, Jake getting shot for just doing his job. Jake getting shot for being in a white gated community, man. Okay. Jay don't even gotta do nothing. He could just have a hoodie on, and the police stop him, and Jake reaches in his pocket for his phone, and the police still blast Jake down, man. So we still, up to this very day, we still been slaughtered, daily, man, by this devil, man. But the scriptures say what though? The Lord said what? That He's gonna kill those who's been killing us, man. Okay, so-called Negroes, so-called Latins, Hispanics, and they make in it. We the Lord's people. We the apple of His eye, man. So the Lord's gonna He gonna get His revenge, man. The Lord's gonna judge these devils, man, these heathens, man, for what they been doing to us. It says, here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Again, the saints are the Israelites, so-called Negroes, so-called Latin, Spanish, and Native American Indians. We the true saints of the Most High, man. Okay. So you Edomites, you Chinese, Japanese, you Africans, you better go ahead and live it up. Live your life to the fullest. Because the next stop for you is captivity, man. It's bondage. It's Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured. And all thy adversaries, all of our enemies, look, all of them, the men, women, and child, shall go in captivity. Sounds familiar? Revelation 13:10. He that leadeth in captivity shall go in captivity. Yeah. This was prescribed for you nations, man. You heathens, man. Beginning with the so-called white man on down. It says, they that spoil thee should give a spoil, should be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey, man. Captivity, man. Captivity is slavery, man. And that's what's coming down the pipe to the so-called white man, woman, child, and on the rest, and on down to the rest of the heathen nations, man. Hardcore bondage, man. Thus said the Lord, thus said the Bible, man. Okay? Isaiah 14:1. This another slavish scripture. Isaiah 14:1, the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, okay, the Israelites, okay, and would yet choose Israel. Same people, all 12 tribes, you know, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they should cleave to the house of Jacob, talking about the Israelites, scattered Israelites, okay? They're going to cleave, they're going to be joined unto the house of Israel, the house of Jacob, because they're Israelites as well. Verse 2, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place. The house of Israel shall possess them. And who the Israelites are going to possess? These heathens, man. It says, in the land of the Lord, Jerusalem, Israel, for servants and handmaids. And what are servants and handmaids? Slaves, man. So the children of Israel are going to take with them what? Slaves, man. It says, and they should take them captives, who captives they were, and they should rule over their oppressor. And aren't we under captivity right about now, the Israelites? Yes, we are. We yet this day in captivity. Okay, Baruch, is that Baruch? Is it the third chapter, the fourth chapter? Okay. But the same ones that and they see, okay, all these heathen nations that took us captives, we're gonna take them captives and we're gonna make them slave. It says, and we're gonna rule over our oppressor. And look, are we not being oppressed? The so-called Negroes, so-called Latins, Spanish, and Native Indian. Okay, it says, it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrows and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. Okay, so the Lord is giving us rest, man, for all this hardcore bondage that we under. He's gonna relieve us, from this hell that we facing, man. Brothers gotta work like slaves, just to put food on the table, man. Just to make sure the bills are paid, lights is on. Brothers gotta put in extra hours because they're being paid minimum wage, man. All this almost over with, man. Almost over with, man. But we just gotta hold on, man. Rest is coming, man. All right, and the Lord's not a man that he should lie. All right, but again, you Edomites, man, you heathens, y'all better live it up, man. Live your life to the fullest. Take all the trips around the world while you still can. Enjoy your kingdom, man. Because uh, the next stop for y'all is slavery, man, captivity. You know, um, I was looking for another precept, but if I can't, if I don't find, I'm just getting the lesson. Let me see if I can type it in. Um, Leviticus 25:44. It says, "Both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids," again, which is slaves, slave men, slave women, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen. So when we read, when I just read in Isaiah 14, the 14th chapter, how the scripture say how Israel is gonna possess, right? They're gonna possess. They're gonna take people to their place. It's talking about the heathens, man. For bondmen and for bondmaids, man, slave men, slave women. This is which thou shalt have. And when something is, yeah, we're gonna have them. They're gonna be ours. And there's other scriptures that go into how the Lord's gonna give the heathens to us, man. And we're gonna rule over them. Scriptures say, ask of me, and I shall give the heathen of thy inheritance, and give you the othermost part of the earths. I know I'm butchering the scriptures, but they're gonna be ours soon come, man. The men, women, and the child, man. Leviticus 25:44, it says, both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids which thou shalt have shall be of the heathen, the other nations. Heathens are those, the non-Israelites. It says that are round about you, of them shall ye buy bondmen, bondmaids. You know, it's only right. They did it to us. Okay, they had us on auction blocks. You know, Esau, he sold us, man, to other Edomite slave owners, man. So it's only right it happened to y'all. Okay, as the street says, a righteous thing to you know, to recompense tribulation, them that trouble you. You know, but this day is coming, man. Okay, we gonna rule. Okay, cause we are the kings of this earth. But we just not ruling right now. Okay, but soon we're gonna be ruling over these heathens. They're gonna be our slaves. You know, it's gonna be beautiful, man. You know, it's gonna be beautiful to see, you know, our enemies go down, man, and us put our foot up in their ass, man. You know, so you better enjoy your kingdom while you still can, man, because it's almost over. And the next stop is captivity, man, slavery, bondage. Giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Shem Yahushai, double honor to our teachers, the apostles, the elders, the great millstone. GMS taught us 100% truth according to the Bible, who's being great example to us in the faith. And double shalom to the Akish, cause of four winds, pushing his word, faith, truth, and sincerity, also giving diligence. Shalom.